Next on our agenda is preparing your application. So I'm going to turn that over to Rihanna, Stacy, and Sabine.
So, welcome. I'm Stacy Hewson. I'm the program director. I'm excited to go over this. Sorry, I'm going to have to look this way because my slide's over here. Preparing application with Rihanna and Sabine, and hopefully we can answer your questions at the end. Um, lots of text, which is available on our website, but this just to get you kind of familiar with our specific requirements. So the requirements for all North American programs are to register with the match. The match gives you a match number that you'll have to put on all of your applications to our program and to any other program. I think there was a question a little bit about the match process from one of the attendees. And just to give you some information, so students, once they interview with however many programs, can rank their preferences on a list of however many interviews you get. You can rank your program on a listing of ranking. Programs also rank students, and then the matching process goes through a central system. So everyone has to have their ranks in at a certain time, both students and the programs. And then this wonderful program spits out kind of basically they match you and they match the preference of the student versus the program. So if you rank us number one and re-rank you number two, for instance, you will match with us. So the ranking always goes with the preference of the student. Hopefully that's clear, and we can certainly answer any other questions in the Q&A part. Our prerequisites that are highlighted here are at least a B+ in all of the prereq requirements, which I have on the next slide. We do want molecular biology and genetics to be completed within the last 5 years. We need your transcripts. We have a CV requirement, which is a maximum of 2 pages, and then the English language testing if that's relevant for you. So we are currently the prereq requirements are listed on the left here. We are making changes for the application cycle for next year, so which is on the right. So currently we require biology in either molecular biology or genetics, an embryology, psychology, a biochemistry, and a statistics course. All of those can be taken within your undergrad degree and need to be at a B+ or higher. For fall 2027, we are changing the requirements from biology to a molecular biology and a separate requirement for genetics, and then the rest are the same. And again, we want molecular biology and genetics to be completed within the last 5 years. Other than the other requirements, we want some experience in a one-on-one counseling scenario experience. So, we talked in previous session about genetic counseling assistant or specific genetics experience. We do not require that for our program. What we want is volunteer or paid experience in a one-on-one counseling session. So counseling environment. So that could be kids help phone, kids text line, crisis intervention, suicide hotline, peer counseling, things like that. And the next line I said, you don't need to go be in a genetics clinic. Response to 3 biographical questions, which again, I think Mackenzie and Amy quite clearly said to incorporate some of the information from your experiences. And 3 letters of reference, one from an academic source, someone who can speak to your academic experiences. We don't have a GRE equipment requirement. Application deadline is January 6th. Please don't wait till the last minute. And any incomplete applications will not be forwarded to us. So we want to make sure that you have you want to make sure you have all of your information uploaded, including all the references, by the January 6th deadline. Unfortunately, the slide's cut off for me, but I think interviews, it says March to April 2026. We will do them virtually. And then I think it's April 15th, which is the match day. So everyone gets their results on the same day, programs and students. I think that's now it's correct?
Yeah, that is me. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Rihanna. I'm the assistant program director, one of the assistant program directors for the MSc program. So I just wanted to touch on the the concept, the fact that our process is holistic. So I know Stacy went through the prerequisites, and it was very much, you know, you need a B plus average in order to, at least a minimum B plus average to apply. But grades are one component. They are not the bulk of the component. It's a holistic approach. There are many different parts to the application, and the weighting for the different parts vary. So it's not just grades, it's your experience, references, and the answers to the 3 questions that are taken as a whole. So there are virtual drop-in hours with myself. Um, that the remaining dates are on the screen here. So I've increased them as the application deadline approaches, which is January 6th. And given that the university is going to be closed for holidays, winter holidays from December 24th to January 2nd, and the applications are due Tuesday, January 6th. The university opens on Monday, January 5th. I've increased the number of drop-in hours to 2, so 2 in November, and then 2 in December. And Sabine has kindly agreed to join me for the last one before the applications close, which is on December 15th. And it's going to be the last one before the university closes. So please do not wait until after the holidays, during the holidays, to send us your questions, because we're not going to be answering them over the holidays. And there is a hard deadline of 11:59 p.m. Tuesday, January 6th. And also wanted to share that if you want to talk to one of our alum, just in terms of their experiences in the program or any questions related to the program, there are also drop-in sessions with the U of T alum, and you can go to this link, the URL on the slide, for the Zoom link for the leadership, and the Zoom link for the U of T alum, and dates and times. Next slide, Stace. Okay, so as if you were present for Susan's introduction, she had a slide on the program's mission and vision statement, and so this is in keeping with our mission and vision statement. That these are some of the things that the program is doing in our commitment to diversify our profession, also to create a sense of belonging and inclusivity to students that do come into our program of any identity, any cultural background. And these are some of the things that we are doing. There's continuous training for students, faculty leadership. There is a very thoughtful process to when the curriculum is being developed and assignments are being drafted, to really think about cultural sensitivity, bringing in students' worldview in terms of interpreting readings, whose voices are not being heard, whose voices are missed, whose voices are silenced. And this is a real big part of our training program, to really hear from students and also to just talk about some of these things. There is a yearly review by course coordinators. So every year, once the year is done, all the course coordinators meet, and we go course by course, and review what worked, what didn't work. And by that time, we also have online feedback evaluations that students have completed anonymously for each of the courses. And those are also reviewed as a group. And the great thing about that is all the course coordinators are there. So if there's feedback from students saying, you know what, we felt like this was missing, or we felt that this wasn't covered, or we felt there was duplication of this, everybody's sitting around the table, and changes are made if necessary. We have, we're lucky that we're part of a community of support, and also have a partnership collaboration with the Office of Access and Outreach at University of Toronto. And so we um, do have a lot of outreach for the MSc program. Are you going backwards? What are you doing?
All right, I'm sorry. Just to mess you up. We're on this one, correct? Yes,
Yes.
I apologize.
No, that's okay. Stacy does that on purpose sometimes, just
No.
to make sure that, we know what we're talking about. And she's lucky. We were on outreach. Okay, so we do have a lot of outreach, and a lot of our genetic counseling students are involved in these outreach. So we also participate in career fairs, and I think the most important thing is that all of the faculty, the leadership, we have an open door policy. And so if any of our students have any concerns, questions, it's a simple email, drop by, and if we're available, we will meet with you. If not available, we will set up a meeting to meet with you. That's you, right?
Yes, sorry, needed to unmute myself. Just to clarify our tuition fees. So this is where you can find it through the School of Graduate Studies. Our Ontario and non-Ontario domestic fees are the same, so around $9,600 for the academic year. International students is a higher fee. And as was alluded to, we do have some specific scholarship opportunities within our program. Those are also listed on our website. There are other opportunities within University of Toronto through the School of Graduate Studies. And the Canadian Association of Genetic Counselors also has a application bursary for individuals of Indigenous background. You can apply through the CAGC website. Okay. I think it's Sabine's turn.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Sabine, your Admissions and Student Services Officer, and I'm the one who looks after mgy.info email address. So first of all, I would like to apologize if I have not been responding regularly to your emails. You can send a top-up email to me, and I will try to respond to you ASAP. So today, I'll take you through the application process. For all graduate programs at U of T, we have to apply through to School of Graduate Studies website. The website is right here, admissions.sgs.utoronto.ca/apply. And then you will log in as a returning user or first-time user, and you will notice that the first step of the application will ask for personal information, and it's kind of divided into sections that are listed here, like enter your personal information, academic history, referees details, etc. Your transcript history will also be added here, but we will talk about it in some time. Please remember that it's a two-step application process. In the first step, you will put all your personal information, you will upload your updated CV and also the transcripts. It will ask you to click submit, and rest assured that this is not the final submission. This is just the first part of the application, and the second part of the application is where you will get to submit the rest of your documents. We will come to the review part after the next slide. And see here, this is like, this is a very common question, that where should we upload our CV? So here you will see MedGem questions. So this is where you will upload your updated CV. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so here we will talk about the courses and programs you are currently enrolled or versus you have completed. We do get a lot of questions for transcripts. So to clarify, please include all the transcripts for the post-secondary institutions you have attended, your bachelor degree or degrees. If you went to college to complete any course or few courses, you send us the transcript for that. If you have been to multiple institutions, send the transcripts, all the transcripts. If you're already coming with a master's degree, please send the transcript for that as well. For the GPA section, just mention your CGPA, cumulative GPA. And if you are a fourth year student and you are not fully sure about what GPA to list the GPA that you have for most recent academic term, which shows up your like in your academic history in your current university. And if you're like, that was summer of your third year, then list that GPA. If you're completing one of the courses, you could include those here, like here, add course in this section. And you could include, if you want to have a letter of enrollment, I mean, if you have a letter of enrollment, then you can add it as an additional document as well. And if you're ever confused, you can write it to me that which institutions you need to list, and you are confused, you can feel free to reach out to me. Stacy, can we go back to the review slide, like previous slide? Okay, so once you have put your personal information, you have put your references information, you have added your CV, you have added your transcripts, and we want unofficial transcripts with the legend, okay? Then the review part comes, and for the review part, give some time to it. Edit, make changes, and then click the continue button because you will not be able to make any changes to your this section. You will be able to change, I will tell you about the references thing, but give some time to review your application and then submit, then press this continue button. Yeah, next slide. Thank you. Okay. So as I mentioned that the application is a two-step thing. And now the second step of the SGS application portal. Here you will make the application fee payment. It's 130. It's now last year, until last year it was 125 CAD. This year it's now 130 CAD. And you will be able to upload your personal profile and your prerequisite form here. So you will have to download, you will have to fill it out, and then you will be able to upload. Like here, you will see choose file, and you will be able to upload from your Dropbox or from your computer. Okay, so this is where the second step comes. For example, okay, and if your referees have not submitted their references, you can send out a reminder to them. You can, if you want to delete one of the referees, then you can make the changes here also. Like you can go and delete them, and you can send out a reminder. If you want to add somebody else, you can do that. So before submitting the application, you can make those changes. If you want to submit any updated version of the document, then you can feel free to do that. Like, as I mentioned that once you press continue button, you will not be able to make any changes. But if you feel that you had submitted your CV too earlier in the application process, and now you have gained some more experience and you want to send an updated CV, so you can either write to me or you can upload it as another additional document, and we will review the recent most document which you have uploaded. For example, if you have submitted 3 versions of CV, like 7th October, 8th October, and then suppose on 5th of January, okay, then I will delete all previous CVs and I will only consider the 5th of January one. Okay, so make sure you have submitted everything, review everything, and if you have any problems, you can reach out to me. So I will be available. I will try to be available during holidays like last few days, but not as much as you would want. But on 5th, I'll make sure that I'm available for you during office hours, and even I will try to do it even after office hours. But my humble request is that keep monitoring your email address, because sometimes we are not able to access your documents. So email is the main contact method for us to reach out to you. So it's please checking your emails regularly when you have submitted your application, especially. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so SGS application portal, you have complete the questionnaire section, you have submit the application and pay the fee, you have reviewed the applicant checklist and upload all the documents. Now for references part, for students who are submitting non-institutional email addresses for their references, you will get a flag from the application portal saying that this is a non-institution email. So when I say non-institution email, that doesn't mean that it has to be from the academic institution. It can be from a company also. It can be from an organization also. But non-institution means that it's coming from Gmail, Hotmail, or any other account which is non-institutional. So you will get that flag. And in that case, you will have to send me the name, institution or affiliation of the referee, email address, website, phone number. Please don't forget to mention the phone number because we will be calling them. And you have to send that to me at mgy.info@utoronto.ca. And it would be nice if you send me this information before the deadline. Okay, and there is and if there is any website they are using, try to mention that also in the email. So yeah, so for this additional info, I would like we have already been talking about scholarships and bursaries. So it's available on our website SGS page, and there is a proper format for CV. I think it's a 2-pager, so you can visit that. And then we have there are times when students have problems with their study permit. So you can also reach out to CIA, International Student Center of International Experience, and you can reach out to me. So I will send out more details to them, and you can reach out to them directly if you are stuck for your study permit. Okay, while we are talking about study permit, I would like to say that for international students specifically, it will ask you 2 questions about your legal status. What is your current legal status? And then what is the expected legal status? So if you are if you are in process of applying for PR, then for expected, you can put PR. Otherwise, you will just put study permit. You will not put work permit anywhere. That is not an option. So either PR or study permit. And you can, yeah. And then if you're stuck, we will try to get you connected to CIA. Yep. That's all from my side. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Sabine. Is that the end of our slides?
I think I have
No,
just,
there
I
we
just
go.
have one, I think
Perfect.
just one more. So if you're looking for resources, just in terms of more information about genetic counseling, the role of genetic counselors, what it is that we do, or just, to add as you're preparing your application, these are some resources that you can go to. You may already be aware, and these are specific for prospective applicants. So the National Society of Genetic Counselors, the Canadian Association of Genetic Counselors. If you go to that link, the prospective student information link, there is a program called Meet a GC program, where if you're looking to talk to a genetic counselor about what it is that they do, that's a resource that you can definitely connect with. And then there's also these, and we appreciate that not everybody can or is able to shadow a genetic counselor. It's definitely not something that our program requires. We do not require shadowing experience in a clinic. We do not require genetics assistant experience. Our requirement for experience is the crisis line. But there are these Master Genetic Counselor series that you can watch genetic counselors with standardized patients or actors undertaking different case scenarios. And then there's also these different professional organizations, the CAGC and the NSGC.
Great.
And I think the
Thanks.
last one is just pictures. Yes?
Yeah,
Yes.
perfect. Some
Yes.
pictures of events we've done with some of the outreach programs and at our graduation.